What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yeah, this is not my best hair day. Well, something I saw at the gym tonight. I was trying to sleep and I couldn't do it. I have got to let this story rip. The title says it all. I gotta speak it. Guys, like always, thanks for watching. Appreciate you coming in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, everybody. So I like Planet Fitness. Some people hate on it. Some people say it's a whatever it is. They don't like it. I like Planet Fitness. I'm gonna give you a couple reasons why. I like it because a lot of them are 24 hours. If I'm trying to lift, I do not want to have to wait constantly for dudes just hanging out, just standing there talking, not really doing anything. I don't like that aspect. So I like to go later. Okay. I usually try to go around like 9, 10 o'clock when things have kind of died out a little bit. So that's what I like. You can go tanning. Hey man, $20 a month. You could $20 a month, even if you were just going tanning, $20 a month is good. So like I like that aspect of it. For the most part, it's chill. I go to a cool Planet Fitness. It is 24 hours. It's a good way to release some steam. I've lost a lot of weight by going here. I like it. Some of the things I have seen, just in gyms in general, but I got two stories tonight that I saw. One was from like last week. One actually happened today that kind of threw me for a loop. But we're going to get right into this, guys. Okay, so it is well known at the gym, at least for dudes, I can't speak for women, but whatever, in male locker rooms, customary, if you will, you are going to see nudity. It is a part of what it is. It is a dressing room. It is a locker room. Like, you're going to see it. We're not there to see it. Some dudes maybe, but like I'm just saying that it is not something that it's something you're going to have to deal with. But it is customary. If you have to walk somewhere nude, or you have to do something nude, or you're en route to the shower, or you're coming back or something, either wrap the towel around your lower half, or if you don't have a towel and like say you have a washcloth or something, to hold it in front of the junk as you walk. We understand your backside will be exposed, but like that's the way it's done. Always has been that way. Any dude that is walking around just stark naked, and if you're walking around like that, someone's probably going to check you real quick, or it's just there's some weirdos, there's some creeps, like you just don't do it. So let's get right into this. Last week I'm at Planet Fitness. I have just finished running. I'm a sweaty mess. I'm entering the locker room. It's that time. Okay, I've jarred something loose. I need to use the bathroom. Okay, to kind of clean that up for you. So this is later. Like I said, I go late. So I walk around. I walk into the locker room. There's like one guy at the end, whatever. He's just getting his stuff on. I go to turn the corner to go into the bathroom. There is a man there. Okay, this is an older man. He is shaving. Nude. Straight up naked. Just standing right there where you have to go to get to the stall to use the bathroom. He's standing there naked, buck ass naked, shaving. As soon as I turned the corner, I got my headphones on. I was like, oh, come on, man. And like, I just turn around real quick because like, I'm going to have to walk by this guy to do this. And this dude knows what he is doing. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. This dude is doing this. So I'm like, oh my God, man, but I got to use the bathroom. I'm like, man. So I just turn around. I go back. I'm like, man, I'm going to go get a drink of water real quick. Like, I'm not trying to be around that. Like, I'm not trying to, like, this guy is all day. You're a weirdo. If you're doing something like that, you are a strange human being. There's no reason for you to be doing that. I mean, your old wrinkly ass, nobody's trying to see this. You're showing. At that point, you're trying to show so people can see. No need to be doing it. So I walk back out. Here we go. So I go back out of the locker room. Still got to use the bathroom, but I can hold it a little bit. I'm like, man, I'll just stretch for a little bit and hopefully After a few minutes, this guy's done doing whatever he has to do. So I'm stretching. A guy walks around me to enter the locker room. He goes in. Dude's in there for maybe like 10 seconds. I see this dude walk out and goes right up to the employee desk where there's somebody there like checking as you scan in and out. And I see him talking to somebody and he's pointing at the locker room. I know what he's doing. He's saying, hey, there's some old creepy dude in there shaving naked, like standing there, like he's telling on this dude. Don't really know if that's right. Don't really know if that's wrong. I'm just saying, like, whatever. But like, I see I see the employee. He kind of, he's listening to the guy, and he's like, I see the guy talking to him, like the dude that's complaining about this, like with his hands, like, man, come on, like, like raising his arms like this, like he's not wrong, okay, he's not wrong at all. So I see the employee start walking towards the locker room. I'm just stretching like right outside the locker room and everything. See him go in there. He's in there for like a minute. He comes out. And I kind of say something to him. I was like, yeah, nobody needed to see that. He was like, man, this guy again. I said, this guy again? What's that all about? And he's like, look, older dude. He comes in late. I was like, I've never seen this guy, and I'm here a lot late. And he was like, nah, like he's only when he comes in, it's either really early in the morning or late at night. I've never really noticed the guy, but like he's like, look, he does this. We've asked him to stop doing it, and like we've gotten complaints about it, so now we have to escalate it to the next level. He's like, you gotta realize we don't get much help in the corporate sector about this, like what we're supposed to do, because it is a locker room, but like it's kind of something like you just don't mention it, you don't talk about it, like whatever. He's like, but like we can't keep having complaints about this guy, so we just kind of got to deal with it, I guess. That's where it went. But like the guy that made the complaint, I actually see him, and I was like, yeah, I did not need to catch a face full of that walking around that corner. And the dude just looked at me. He was like, you know what I don't get, man, is where is this, like what part of his brain does that make sense that I should be doing this and like be doing it here? Like it just doesn't make sense. And I was like, I get it, yeah, deal with it, but like that's what I got. Watch out for them creeps at Planet Fitness. That's our first one here. The next one here is going to be even better. So this one actually happened tonight. This is pretty comical. I do my best. At the gym, I mind my business. I have my headphones on. I rock the Skull Crusher, like they're extra bass. Like you can turn them up real loud. I can't hear anything around me. Put my music on, put a YouTube video on, put whatever. You could be standing right next to me and talking, and I can't hear you. So, kind of let you know that I'm very, I'm very in the zone when I do my thing. So, there are two guys that go to my gym. Now, look, I don't hate on anybody that's gay. My best friend is gay. Really, really cool dude. Doesn't matter to me. Gay, lesbian, don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Never has. Don't really care. There are these two guys that go to my gym. One of these dudes is a very flamboyant gay man. He wears clothing that is, we're talking like, it is what it is, but like a hot skin tight pink tank top with some booty shorts that are really high up there. The dude is doing a lot of stuff in the gym that, like, I hate to say it, but like he does things like he's very open and flamboyant. Like he will skip around the gym. He's singing a lot. He tries to draw attention to himself. Okay? Nothing wrong. If that's what you want to do, hey, be you, man. Do you. He goes with his boyfriend. This dude, muscular guy, doesn't really act like that, but you can see they are a couple. Like they're a couple. They'll spot each other. They'll do whatever. Two gay guys, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I'm running on the treadmill, and I see them over there working out. Like I said, it's late at night. So I see them working out. I notice something different because you always kind of keep, you're looking around at the gym. Like you always kind of know your surroundings and stuff. I see them like kind of like up in each other's face, kind of like I see like a couple hands in someone's face, like there's some kind of a quarrel between them. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm still doing my thing. It's none of my business. I stay out of it. So it doesn't matter to me. So I see them, and they're kind of like, you can see it's escalating. Like both of them got each other's hands in their face now. There's maybe only like 7 or 8 people at the gym, so I see a couple people, other people like looking over there, like they're drawing a lot of attention to themselves. They're having some kind of a fight or domestic or whatever you want to call it, and it's known that these dudes are a couple. Like you see them there, it's what they do. So this kind of starts to escalate to another level. It's late at night. There's only one employee there. And this dude's like over watching like ESPN on the desk. Like he does not really care, but it's drawn his attention a little bit too because they're being loud. Now, like I said, with my earphones, I can't really hear shit. But like I could hear the one dude yelling pretty loud. So I'm like, man, let's go ahead and enjoy this real quick. I want to listen. I'm not trying to get involved. But like I kind of take my headphones off. I'm still running and stuff. So I kind of put my headphones in the little holder right there on the treadmill, and I'm listening to what these guys are yelling about. Here we go. So these guys are letting the whole gym know. I mean, like they're airing whatever business they got to discuss. They're airing it out loud. Like definitely loud. Like you can hear it. I'm running, so I can't hear all of it. And I was like, let's just kick this back to a light walk real quick. I gotta kind of know what's happening here. Like I said, they are way up in each other's faces. At this point, I see the employee, because this went on for probably a couple minutes here. So I see the employee kind of walk over and kind of like, he's like, talking to him. I can't really hear because he's talking at a reasonable volume. I can imagine what he's saying is, hey guys, everything okay? Can you keep it down a little bit? Like, if you guys have an issue, go somewhere else, talk this out or whatever. So I think the situation's dead. He walks away. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Maybe that was the excitement for Planet Fitness for the evening. It was not. It's like 2 minutes later. Now these guys are on like the cables, like where you do cables, doing chest flies and things like that, and tricep pull downs and everything. Like that's where they're at. I hear them start going at it again. So this time it's a little bit different. I hear the one dude say to him, I wasn't even looking at him. Okay? Like, I'm with you. Like, I'm not even looking at that guy. So they're okay. Apparently, someone's in their feelings. Maybe somebody was checking out somebody, whatever. I mean, they're saying this so loud that, like, everybody can hear this. Okay? They're doing this on, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but whatever. But it is a very heated discussion here. So this is where we're going. So the one dude starts walking away. The other guy follows him. I heard this as loud as you can imagine. I heard this noise. I see this guy walking after him. He grabs the back of this dude's shirt. This guy turns around and slaps the shit out of this guy. I mean, slaps him loud, way loud. I hear it. The whole gym hears it. We all look over. It was a loud slap. He open-handed slapped the dog shit out of this guy. Good slap. Okay? I'm like kind of like, damn, he just teed off on that guy. Guy kind of like regroups from the slap. Still continues to walk to the locker room. So I guess he's trying to leave the situation. Okay, his boyfriend, the more masculine guy, is trying to leave the situation. So the employee walks over and he's like, hey, don't worry, we're leaving. Like, like he's okay. Well, whatever happened just happened. It's all good. I am almost done my workout. The one guy's walking in the locker room. I'm like, cool, let me get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna go in there real quick, get my stuff, and I'm gonna leave and get out of here. All right, so here's where we go. So I walk into the locker room. It's just me and this guy in there, the guy that just got slapped, mollywopped. So he's in there, he's getting changed or whatever. I walk over on the other side. I don't have my headphones on anymore. I'm just like literally just getting changed. I'm like, all right, I'm getting ready to get out of there. So I'm in the locker room. His boyfriend comes in the locker room. I hear them start arguing again. It's none of my business. I'm gonna stay out of it. It's none of my business. Put my shoes on in there, or put my walking shoes on, you know, take my running shoes off and everything. And I see them kind of get pushed out into the open, like they're now grabbing each other. Like they have both hands on, like they're grabbing each other. It's none of my business. Like I'm not, whatever. It's some kind of a tussle they're going. This one dude, the more masculine guy, he straight up just pow right in this dude's face, hits him. This guy makes like a real audible like shriek, like something like that. Like I heard it and I'm like, oh shit, he just hit that guy. Damn, all right. So they're going at it. Like it's happening. This is happening like a few hours ago. Like I'm watching this, like I'm not gonna intervene, like it's none of my business. But like the only way I would have probably went over is if like one dude would have got the better and he's just straight stomping this guy's skull in or something. Like that's when I'd be like, hey, let's not murder this guy tonight. But they're going at it and they're both giving each other, and they are throwing punches. Both of them are throwing punches in the men's locker room. This is happening. And I'm like, oh shit. And like this is happening, like fights usually happen pretty quick. They were wrestling around for a little bit. Like it went standing, then it went on the feet, then they got back up. I mean, they're throwing punches. Like I can hear, you know, scurrying of feet, and like I could, like they're going at it, and like I'm kind of like, it's like they're out in the open now. Like anybody that walks into the locker room can see this. Like it's happening. So I'm hearing punches to the ribs and like the body and stuff. Like they're fighting. They're fighting in the locker room. So I see this older guy, he like walks in the locker room, he sees it, and he kind of says something to him, and these guys are still going at it. So the old guy decides, well, I guess I'm gonna go tell. So he goes out to the desk, whatever. I see the employee come running in, and he's like looking at me, and I'm like, what, man? Like what am I gonna do? It's none of my business. Like it's none of my business. Let them do what they got to do. I ain't gonna jump in the middle of this anyway. So dude, he's like grabbing him and trying to separate him and stuff. One guy's clawing at him, and one guy's still trying to throw punches. I was like, oh my God, like this is happening at Planet Fitness tonight. It has gotten real. He breaks him up. He was like, both of you, get out of here. You're out of here. Like, I know you guys, like you're kicked out of the gym. Like you can't come back in here. He's like, man, I don't even care. I don't even care. Like they're yelling at each other pretty good. I'm like, damn, this just kicked off at Planet Fitness. So this is going down. So they're separated. The one guy who's more flamboyant, he grabs his stuff, he walks out, and he leaves the locker room. Employee kind of like walks him out. The other dude's getting changed still in the locker room. I'm like, all right, cool, time to dip. So that's what happened. I thought the story was over. It is not. It is not. So I'm getting ready to walk out to my car. I see this car speed off out of the parking lot. The other dude, the more masculine guy, he is not that far away from me. He's like walking behind me. And he gets out front. I see him on his phone and everything. And like I'm getting ready to get in my Jeep, and I get in and I'm getting ready to leave and all. And like I see him on the phone. So I kind of ride around and I get close to this guy and I roll down my window. I was like, hey man, you good? He was like, man, I know you saw that. And I was like, look, dude, I didn't want to get involved. And he's like, nah, I get it. But like, we rode here together. Like, he's my ride. I was like, oh, all right, man. I mean, you need a ride or something? Like, I mean, dude's got marks on his face. His boyfriend had just clawed the shit out of him. Like, dude's, you could see he was just in a fight. I was like, you want to ride, man? Like, you live close? Or, and he kind of said, like, where he lived. And I was like, look, man, if you want to ride, I'll give you a ride home, man. Because I mean, I'm not trying to see you get left stranded here. Dude was like, he's a cool guy. He's like, do you mind? I was like, nah, I don't care, man. And so, dude hops in my Jeep. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, what's that all about? He's like, man, he thought I was looking at some guy at the gym, and he's just real jealous and everything. I was like, yeah, I mean, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear it. So he's telling me, he's like, where he lives. And I was like, all right, cool. So we're driving. And I was like, y'all live together or something? He's like, nah, man, but like, you know, we've been seeing each other for a while. I was like, all right, whatever. So, guy lives right down the road. I took him home. He's like, hey, man, I really do appreciate this. And I shake his hand. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm Luke. And we talk for a second. And he just tells me how, you know, he's like, sorry you had to see that and everything. I was like, it is what it is. I mean, people, you know, it happens between people. So it's no big deal. Dude gets out of my Jeep. He's like, you want any money? I was like, nah, man, you're good, man. It was a 5-minute drive. Like, don't worry about that. You're good. He was like, you sure I can't give you any cash? I was like, nah, man, you're good. But now we know each other's names. And I was like, it's cool, man. Don't sweat it. It's all good. So that's what it was. So guys, that's what I got for you today. It kicked off at Planet Fitness. I did the right thing. I gave the guy a ride home because he was kind of stranded there. But, Planet Fitness never ceases to amaze me. You will see some wild stuff there, probably in gyms in general, but like, it happened tonight. Guys, like always, man, I appreciate you watching. If you have any similar stories or wild stuff you've seen at the gym, I will hear that slap forever in my head, man, because that was a loud slap. But guys, thank you for watching. Like always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all take care.